الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين ومن اتبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. To proceed, to continue the next section concerning the two types of al-mu'rabatu, because as we mentioned and explained in our previous lesson, al-mu'rabatu qismani. قسم يُعْرَبُ بالحركات, that the types of words in which al-i'rab will become manifest are of two types, or rather the manner in which it will become manifest is of two types, either بالحركات or with or بالحروف. And this section or this lesson is on that part. والذي والذي يُعْرَبُ بالحروف أربعة أنواع التثنية. Right, so we stop at that point. والذي, and that which is يُعْرَبُ, which is its i'rab. بالحروف is with the letters. Right? And that's different from the previous section, because in the previous section, or the first type, the i'rab is known by
vowels,
al-harakat. Here it's bil-hurufi with the letters. Arba'atu anwa'in. Arba'atu anwa'in. What type of construct is arba'atu anwa'in? Idafatun. It comprises of a number and a counted noun. And what's the ruling regarding that?
Yeah, if the word, the noun after it is male, then the number has to be female.
Right.
And vice versa.
Okay, so because our counted noun, anwa'un, which is a plural of naw'un. Naw'un is al-mufradu, anwa'un is al-jam'u, because that is male, therefore our number must be female. Therefore it's of four types. The first type is التثنية. And وجمع
المذكر
المذكر السالم
والأسماء خمسة.
والأسماء الخمسة. الأفعال الخمسة. وهي
يفعلان
وتفعلان
ويفعلون
وتفعلون وتفعلين. يفعلين. Hassan. Therefore, out of the 4 types in which the i'rabun is made known by al-hurufi, we have the following. التثنية. التثنية is the dual, right? The dual. التثنية المثنى. Right? So what 2 letters does or will al-i'rab become manifest in a tathniyatu? Alif and noon. Alif and noon. Right. Alif and noon. So give me an example of al-muthanna in all 3 states.
Okay, so kitabani.
Right. So we have ki ta bani, kitabani.
And kitabaini.
Right, and we have kitabaini. Hassan. So these are 2 examples of al-muthanna. The first one is kitabani, the second is kitabaini. Why did you mention the example of kitabani?
Because that's the marfu'un state.
Right, because that's a marfu'un state. That is the marfu'un state. So what's alamatu raf'ihi?
Al-alifu.
Al-alifu. Right, al-alifu. So we know alifun is the first from al-hurufi, which we use to identify the i'rabun, right? It is alifun. So we said that kitabani is marfu'un wa alamatu raf'ihi al-alifu. Right, here kitabaini. Kitabaini is in what state?
State majrurun or mansubun state.
Right, it can either be the majrurun or it can be the mansubun. So it can be the mansubun and the majrurun. And if we were to ask you what is alamatu nasbihi, we would say al-ya'u. If we were to ask you what is alamatu jarrihi or khafdihi, you'd say al-ya'u. Okay, so we'll call it al-alifu, and then we'll call this al-ya'u. Al-ya'u. Hasanan, al-alifu and al-ya'u. So we have 2 now. Let's correct this. Al-alifu and al-ya'u. Hassan. That is in relation to at-tathniyatu, the dual. So when you said an-noon, there is no noon here that represents al-i'rabu. What the grammarians say is that the noon here that represents is iwadun and tanweeni fil ism al-mufradi. They say it is a substitute for the tanween in the single noun, that noon there. Right, now so we have at-tathniyati, then we have wajma'u al-mudhakkari as-salimu. Note, we need to mention this, that jam'u al-mudhakkari is an idafah.
Yeah.
Right, that's why we have a kasra on the kaf. But as-salimu is now what?
It's marfu'un.
It's a marfu'un. Why is it marfu'un?
Because it's going back to al-jam'u.
Good, because it refers back to jam'u. So what's as-Salimu is jam'u, not al-Mudhakkari.
Yeah.
Right? So we're saying the sound male plural. Hassan, the sound male plural. What is the sound male plural, Ya Muhammad?
It's
Any sound male plural.
Musliman. Muslimatun, sorry. No.
Right, let's work it out. We go from Muslimun, which is
A Muslim.
a Muslim. That is al-mufradu. Al-mufradu. Right? Say it al-mufradu.
Mufradu.
What's al-muthanna?
Musliman.
Right. Muslimani. We've already discussed that one. Where do we go from Muslimani?
Muslimuna.
Right. Muslimuna. Muslimuna. Hassan and Muslimuna. This is an ismun. Is it al-mufradu or al-muthanna or al-jam'u?
It's it's plural.
It's al-jam'u.
Jam'u.
It would be al-jam'u because we're using it to illustrate this example. Is it al-mudhakkaru or al-mu'annathu?
Mudhakkaru.
It's al-mudhakkaru. Right. Is it a salim? Yes.
Yes.
And the opposite of a salim is?
Broken.
A taqsir. There's no harm in mentioning the Arabic term, Ya Muhammad. This is al-nahu al-arabi. Right. So it is a salim too. Now, what state is Muslimuna in?
Marfu'.
Marfu'un. Marfu'un. Wa alamatu raf'ihi
Al-waw.
al-waw. So we know therefore we also have al-waw. So far we have al-alif wal-ya'u and al-waw. If we wanted to render Muslimuna, which is in the marfu'un state, into the mansuban or the majrurun state, we would say,
I think it's Muslimina.
don't say you think, Ya Muhammad.
I'm sure it's Muslimina. Muslimina. Right? Muslimina. That is now in both the mansubun and the majrurun state. And if we were to question you, ma alamatu jarrihi aw nasbihi, you would say Al-yaw.
al-ya'u. But we already have al-ya'u on here, right? We already have al-ya'u. So, that in brief is al-asma' jam'u al-mudhakkari as-salimu. What follows that is
والأسماء.
al-asma' wal-khamsatu. Al-asma' al-khamsatu.
No.
What are al-asma' al-khamsatu?
Abun, Akhun.
Yes, abun, akhun,
Harun.
hamun,
Hamun.
fu'un,
Fu'un and
dhu,
Dhutul Mal.
dhu malin.
Dhumal.
Right, but if you just say abun, if we're just going to say abun, then yes, it's from al-asma' wal-khamsatu, but will the i'rabun become manifest by way of a letter?
No, if you say Abun.
No.
I'm just saying this is usually state.
Right, so if we were to mention how it is, and
Abu.
abuka, what?
Abika.
Akhuka,
Oh, Akhuka. we just mentioned the 5 as it's been a while. Abuka, akhuka, hamuka, fuka, and dhu malin. Now, all of these are in what state? Marfu'un. Hasanan. If we wanted to render them in the mansubun state, what would it be?
Abaka.
Good. Abaka. It would be abaka. And then it would be akhaka, hamaka, faka, dha malin. Dha malin. Right? It would be dha malin. No need to write the rest as it's clear. Hassan, and now, if, for example, well, we will anyway, as akhaka, hamaka, and faka. Therefore, these are now all in the mansubun state, or the nasbun state. They are mansubun in the nasbun state. What remains therefore? The khafdun, or the jarrun state. How do you represent that?
Abika.
Hasanan. Alhamdulillah. Abika.
Akhika.
Akhika.
Hamika.
Hamika.
Fika.
Fika. And
Zima.
the malin. Hasanan. Right, so the waw we've already got here. The alif is already here, and al-ya'u is already here. That is in relation to al-asma'u al-Khumsa. Now, what remains therefore is al-af'alu al-khamsatu wa hiya al-af'alu al-khamsatu, which relates to
the 5.
the 5 verbs. Well, we say al-af'alu al-khamsa, but the conjugations, they're all the same verb.
Yeah.
They're all based upon what?
Fa'ala.
Fa'ala, which means
He did.
he did. But the conjugations are yaf'alani, yaf'alani. What does yaf'alani mean?
Yaf'alani. Them to.
Them two did. Not dead, are doing, because it's al-mudari. Them two are doing. Taf'alani means
You two are doing.
you two, male or female.
Yeah. It could be either.
Either one.
And it could be.
Right?
It could be she as well.
Right, they.
She's.
Okay, so taf'alani could have 3 possibilities. If you're addressing to males, we say taf'alani, you two are doing. If we're addressing to females, we say taf'alani. And if we're addressing or speaking about rather to females, we would say taf'alani. Right? Yaf'aluna means
Them plural male are doing.
right, them plural male are doing, and taf'aluna means
You plural male.
you plural male are doing. وتفعلين
And you single female are doing.
you single female are doing. Now, note there's a gap here, isn't there? And the reason why there's a gap here, because there's 1 letter missing. There are 4 letters. أربعة الحروف, which are used to identify the al-i'rab in these four categories? Well, the fourth one rather is the one here in al-Af'al wal-Khamsah, and we mentioned this before. So what is the fourth one?
Noon.
The noon. Good. An-noon. And why is an-noonu a letter in which al-i'rab is known?
Because sometimes you have to erase it.
Right. Because what? What did we say is the rule? إثبات النون وحذف النون. إثبات النون represents
the establishing of the noon.
Yeah, that's what it means. But which state does it represent?
It represents the marfu'un state.
The marfu'un state. Good. Right? So we'd say that yaf'alani, wataf'alani, wayf'alun, and so on and so forth are all in the raf'un state. And if we'd say, what is alamatu raf'ihi, would say ithbatun nuni, ithbatun nuni. If now one of these was preceded by lam, or lan, or lan, or indeed any of the other an-nawasib, that which makes it mansubun, then we would remove the noon, wouldn't we? We're going to mention this in greater detail later. We'd remove the noon, and then we would ask what is alamatu nasbihi or alamatu jazmihi. We would say hadfun noon. Good. We would say hadfun nooni. Right, so we have four letters: al-alifu, wal-ya'u, wal-wawu, wan-noonu. Four letters in which al-i'rab can become manifest. Right, that's the introduction to these. Then al-mu'allifu, he continued rahimahullah, and he said
فأما التثنية فترفع بالألف وتنصب وتخفض بالياء وتنصب وتخفض بالياء. بالياء. Both of them, isn't it? بالياء. حسنا. فأما التثنية. As for the
dual, فَتُرْفَعُ,
then for the marfu'un,
it is made raf'un, the state raf'un, bil,
with the alif,
alifi, وَتُنْصَبُ,
and for the mansubun,
and it is made nasbun, وَتُخْفَضُ,
jarrin,
and makhfudun or khafdun or jarrun, and it is made khafdun bil ya'i. Hasanan bil ya'i.
You just done that.
I know. That's right, I need to correct this. Bil ya'i. Don't know why I wrote it like that. بالياء. Right. So, there's only one other point to mention regarding this. And that is when it is in an idafah. So, for example now, here Muhammad, we want to say the two students came. How would we say that? جاء الطالبان. You don't need to look so worried, that's correct. الطالبان. جاء الطالبان. So let's quickly do the i'rab of this. جاء is
فعل ماضي
ماض
مبني على الفتح
مبني على الفتح. Right? الطالبان is
فاعل مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الألف.
Good. وعلامة رفعه الألف. And the grammarians say نيابة. It's deputizing for what? الضمة. Right? This we've already discussed previously and in other lessons. So here we say بالألف. Now, if we wanted to give an example where it is mansubun with الطالبان, what would we say?
الطالبين.
No, a complete sentence.
جئت الطالبين.
جئت
مع الطالبين.
جئت مع طالبين. But yes, but that's not now mansubun, is it? الطالبين. That's majrurun because it's mudafun alayhi. What about I saw? I saw the two students. رأيت الطالبين. رأيت الطالب. Not بين. بين. If you say الطالبين, what does it mean? That's جمع المذكر السالم. مسلمين.
Okay.
Right? So رأيت الطالبين. Actually, that's الطالبين. Now, رأيت.
I saw.
فعل
فعل
ماض
مبني على السكون.
مبني على السكون لاتصاله
فاعل
بالتاء الفاعل. والتاء
رفع
ضمير متصل
مرفوع
مبني على الضم
مرفوع. No, فاعل.
في محل رفع فاعل. Remember, في محل رفع فاعل. Right? It's in the position of it being رفع. Remember, because it's مبني. Remember, I know it's been a while, but if it is مبني, then it always في محل and not being.
مقدر.
Well, it's not going to be al-muqaddar, or it's not going to be a dhahir, is it? It's only a dhahir when it's mu'rabun, when it's not mabniyun. That's a mabniyun, isn't it? Ra'aytu. So, at-tali bayni becomes maf'ulun bihi
منصوب
منصوب
وعلامة نصب
وعلامة نصبه
الياء.
الياء. Right, and some of the grammarians say it's deputizing for
الفتى.
الفتحة. حسنا. رأيت الطالبين. I saw the two students. Then وتخفض بالياء, the example you mentioned before.
جئت
Right. جئت
مع الطالبين.
مع الطالبين. حسنا. جئت. We've already done the إعراب of this. It is فعل ماض مبني للسكون لاتصاله بالتاء الفاعل, and some say المتحركة, والتاء is ضمير متصل مبني على الضم في محل رفع فاعل. جئت مع. What is مع?
مع is I think it's in makes something مجرور.
It's, but what type of word is it?
It's a حروف.
It's not حرف جر. It is ظرف. It's a ظرف. مع is a ظرف. With. So if this is a ظرف and it's مضاف, then, and this is why you mentioned it by way of example, الطالبين is
مضاف إليه.
مضاف إليه, and it is
مجرور.
مجرور بالإضافة. This is مجرور بالإضافة وعلامة جره الياء. حسنا. So this is something inshallah ta'ala that we should be familiar with already. Now the only other point to note here, as I said, is if al-muthanna is the mudafun in and idafatun. Right? So, if we want to say, I saw the two children of the student. I saw the two children of the student. We know how to say I saw.
Yeah, رأيت.
رأيت. رأيت.
Two children.
Two children. What's one child?
Bintu.
That's, well, yeah. I mean, you could say two girls or two daughters. Right. So bintun is a single girl or daughter. Bintun. What's two daughters?
Bintani.
Right. Bintani. Bintani. Bintani.
And you said two students.
No, the student.
Student. الطالب. No, الطالب. طالبي.
الطالبي. Right, so we have bintani, which is now marfu'un wa alamatu raf'ihi al-alifu. We have at-talibi, which is the student. Now, we want to say two daughters of the student, so that's going to be an idafatun. Now, in order for that to be an idafatun, when you have the mudafun, which is al-muthanna, you have to drop the noon.
But that's wrong anyway, though.
Yeah, that would be incorrect.
Yeah, because it needs to be ya. Because it's the.
Yeah, well, first of all, even in the marfu'un state, it wouldn't be correct, would it? It has to be like that.
Okay.
Binta at-talibi. Now, in the marfu'un state, that's correct. بنتا الطالبي. Okay, so if you wanted to say, we remove that. If we wanted to say the two daughters of the student came, how would we say it?
جاءت.
جاءت بنت الطالبي. That's correct now,
yeah.
Right? جاءت بنت الطالبي in the مرفوع state. Right?
Yeah.
If you wanted now to render binta in the nasbun state, you want binta to become mansubun, right? How are we going to change our sentence? I honored. What's I honored? Akramtu. Akramtu. Now how do we change binta at-talibi in order to make it correct?
بنتي.
Bintay. Good. Bintay. Bintay at-talibi. Okay. What's wrong?
Is there, you've got two
Sukoons. Yes, it would be bintay at-talibi. I just didn't want, right? Ordinarily it would stop there, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But because then we have two sukoons meeting, it has to be bintay at-talibi. So it becomes bintay at-talibi. Right? So it becomes bintay at-talibi.
So in the idaf, if it's idaf and if it's a mudaf and in idaf, you have to take off the noon. You have to raise the noon.
Yes. Yes, that's right. And all that remains therefore is when this is now going to be in the jarrun state or the khafadun state, when the word is going to become majrurun. So if you were to precede it with what? Ma'a. Ma'a bintay talibi, with the two daughters of the student. That therefore is the only point to note with regards to the dual al-muthanna, when it is the mudafun in an al-idafah. You drop the noon. But other than that, it conjugates in the same way or alters in this manner. ترفع بالألف وتخفض أو تنصب وتخفض بالياء.
When it's in the marfu state and it has binta, are there also two sukoons there as well? Because of the alif.
So when it's binta,
yeah.
binta at-talibi, binta at-talibi. No.
Oh, there's no sukoon.
No, the alif is written but it's not pronounced.
Okay.
Bint at-talibi. Hasanan? That should be a kasra there. Any other questions? Right, I shall conclude. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk.